Bueno.
Bueno.
Hey, what's up?
We're back.
We're on?
What?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Then we're doing a podcast.
All right, wow.
Who would have thought that it would have started in such a calm, sedate fashion after the last several hours have been nothing but top of the lungs?
You know why, right?
Because America's Got Talent.
I know, because my name is Ramon, and I want to be sedated.
I thought it was because of Duncan.
And I want to be
supplying
sedated.
us with sugar.
We're all full of cupcakes, man.
100% butter.
Wow.
Very well. Well, I'm glad to be back. My name is Ray Daniel.
I'm Marty Catola.
I'm the other guy.
And this is the GMR Podcast. Once again, what's the show about? It all depends on what week it is.
It's about a half hour.
Yeah.
And the week is a good one so far, I think. Been accomplishing a lot.
So,
Yes.
Big Brother.
That Big
Oh,
Brother's crazy.
don't
Yeah,
get-
no.
Don't get Ray started.
Ray,
please.
Ray, you
My
have to be
God.
quiet and
Big
let us
Brother,
talk
America
about
Got
Big Brother
Talent.
for about
Could kill
10
me with a
minutes.
shotgun
dude.
blast to the head, guys.
Ray,
Please.
give us 10 minutes to talk about Big Brother. Give us 5 minutes.
So, a lot of rain today.
It's a little
Very
wet
much
out
rain.
there. The first really hard rain I've got, I didn't really get caught in it, but it would have been looked like some people would have got pretty
And
wet.
yet, I tried to call Gene to find out what was going on for the day. Phone was busy, but Marty yet shows up with Mott in the car when he picks me up.
It's amazing how that happens.
And then that's when it occurred to me, you know what? Things in life click.
It's all about timing.
And when it does, my God, guys.
That leads us back to Big Brother.
It
It might
really
not have to
does.
go.
Everything is just so. The person you think is going to get evicted? Because I just saw this Ultimate Spider-Man new episode on Disney XD.
But
that was Guardians of the
I'm
Galaxy.
hindered. I am hindered because I don't have cable. I haven't had cable in 15. I take it back 16 years. So I'm hindered. But yeah, I'm still.
You're hindered, yet before the podcast, you're telling me, and you don't watch this stuff, and it's hurtful. And you don't think we feel that way when we try to have our Big Brother discussion.
Oh man, that's funny. Oh, that's a good one, man. Oh man.
Yeah, we
I'm
got.
sorry. I know. You know my dad's a huge fan of Big Brother. I think this is the first summer where he's not into it every second. He's trying to keep up with it, but
There's a lot
but
going
every
on.
year he's like talking about these people that you guys know, and it's like, what? Are you guys all on a first name basis?
Yeah, we know them personally.
I know everybody's
yeah, and it's
name.
Like the three of you guys get this thing going. My dad's like, and Janelle did this, and then it gets like, and George did this, and Will did this, and it gets like,
Oh yeah,
You
yeah.
watch enough After Dark, you feel like you're in there.
I watched.
and you know what? For a while there, my dad didn't have cable, so I would not be surprised if he was watching Big Brother After Dark. Maybe that's why he likes it.
If you had
Anyway, good for
Showtime,
him.
If you had Showtime,
But the point is,
Mikey likes it.
ah, my God.
GMR.
GMR. That's it. Wrap. Cut it up. That's a goodbye. What do you guys think? Was that a good one? Huh?
That was the quickest
It was good.
podcast
It was
ever.
quick, but it was tight. But it was tight, you know.
Yeah, we got everything in there.
Yeah, we got a little bit of this and a little bit of that.
It was all there.
Yeah.
Concentrate.
Marty, what's all there?
If we keep doing it this rate, we're only gonna have to pay for a couple hours a month. dude.
GMR.
GMR. That was another one. Boom. That was 2 minutes. That was like not even a minute. Bam. That's gonna be. Yeah, we're gonna start putting them out. Bam, bam, bam. Click,
Sound
click.
bites.
GMR.
Sound bite.
But you can't say you don't have enough time to listen to this podcast.
It was only 2
Hell
minutes.
no. Not for GMR.
All right, so what episode are we up to
It's
now?
in my shower
32?
24 hours a day at my Malibu home.
All right, well, let's
Where I live in a
knock out
Tony
32.
Stark-like place above a cliff, looking down.
So I heard there's
Over
going to
the
be a
edge.
celebrity wife swap,
Into rocky
right?
water.
A new TV show. I don't know if it is a new
Where death
TV show
awaits.
or an old TV
That's
show.
been around for a while, hasn't
But
it?
this year they're going to have Ric Flair and Rowdy Piper,
Wow.
swapping wives.
What
Now I
am
want
I
to see
talking
that,
about?
dude.
Ric Flair, GMR.
Ric Flair?
There's another
Are you
episode.
talking about Ric Flair? Ric Flair?
Ric Flair doesn't do that.
What does it do then?
He's woo, woo, and he's
One more time, Gene. How?
woo. It's not a good one. It's not a quality Ric Flair.
One more
woo.
time, Gene.
Woo.
Okay, great. You heard
Really
it first.
styling and profiling. I was looking on the YouTube the other day, and they had nothing but Ric Flair videos. They're just constant. Ric Flair goes nuts, and it just
Ma.
goes nuts.
Is it possible to be a professional football fan and like professional wrestling?
Well, actually, most professional football fans like wrestling.
I never met one of them.
Well, I've never met a professional football player either, but I've seen them on the wrestling shows sitting there in the
I'm not a
front row.
member. I get the president also.
It's
Hair club for Ray.
It's not easy to be a pro wrestler.
Yeah, dude, I had that Tony Stark hair coming out like Richard Reed. I might as well be like Duncan.
Richard Reed, the Brady Bunch guy.
Fantastic Four?
You got the words right. You just
Richard
need to
Reed,
switch
the
them
guy
around.
from the Brady Bunch. The dad.
You're thinking of Reed Richards, Ray.
Are we talking about the same guy?
I don't know. That's
GMR.
why I'm
I'm
asking.
talking about Richard Reed.
GMR.
That's what I said, third base.
Ain't that his name from Fantastic Four?
Tell him, Steve Dave.
Woo!
Ain't it
GMR.
Richard?
GMR. GMR.
All right, that was episode 36.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, we're moving on.
Tune
moving
in
on.
next time.
Whew, these are getting easier, I tell you. So, yeah, I'm following Dan Giesling on the Twitter now. How about you?
Hello and welcome to the GMR Podcast.
Ah,
We're
that
back
is
once
music to
again.
my ear. That
And,
is perfect.
Episode 63.
Oh.
yeah.
We're just jamming through them this evening.
It feels like I have a condensed mic.
A condensed mic.
A condensed mic is a wireless mic with a battery and a headphone.
And we don't have those mics yet.
Maybe one day we will.
So do you think it, see, for me, I don't think it's a mistake to follow these guys on Twitter. Because,
no.
do you follow the Hamster Watch on Twitter?
This is 100%.
Yes.
How about what's the other one?
Dude, this is 100% top-notch recording at its best.
It's,
Alexander Graham Bell back in the 20th century never had a clue.
let me see who
of
I'm
what's
following
going
on Twitter.
And oh my God, Gene is opening up the tablet.
This is what we
Game over.
strive for.
Who's
What
my,
we strive for.
come on, let's get to the Twitter, guys.
Ah,
What's going on
tablet.
Twitter right now? Woo! Let's do magic tricks
is your
using our Twitter,
screensaver the
dude.
Avengers? Gene?
Yeah. No, it's just the Hulk, but it comes with ads. You know what? I gained a new follower the other day, just out of the blue.
Now, this is ridiculous now.
You hear what I'm
guys.
saying?
No, this is not good.
I'm
This is
following
not
Howard
good at
Stern's
all.
foot. What are you talking about?
Hasn't posted in a long time
Is that right?
that I know of. But, I'm not on Twitter very
Anyway,
much.
out of the blue, I just started, got the Dan Giesling there, got the Ian Terry.
I ain't talking for the rest of the show.
What?
Just kidding.
That'll be impossible. Let's see what Ian Terry is
You know
saying
what
today.
rules during podcast, no texting, no tablet, no nothing.
You're just jealous, right?
Straight up podcast.
No, we should do a podcast for all three of us. Or
Nothing but
Dude, if we
just
do a
dick around
podcast
on the
with
tablet.
texting, podcast, no point in podcasting. Yeah. New rule, guys. Next podcast.
You're making rules
no
now?
Text. No tablet.
no text during the podcast.
No text. No
Well,
phone
you
How about
call.
heard it here
tweets?
No
first.
tablet.
How about tweets?
No
Ray
tablet.
said-
No me looking at my email on my Tony Stark
Ray
360
said no
computer
texting.
graphic programmer that
Who
I
made
have
Ray-
in my
who
house
died
in my
made Ray
garage.
Boss?
None of that.
GMR.
How about that?
Now we're up to
Because our
episodes.
attention span is kaput. Look at you guys. If I could, I can take a picture of both you guys.
You're not
It would
fast
be
enough.
insane, dude. You guys are looking at the screen that's otherwise not the computer screen or the TV screen.
You want to eat your cereal while you're driving. You should
But
master
what
that,
happens
Ray.
on the podcast? Well, all I get is text messages and I don't say a single word.
Then I have large patches of silence to cut out.
Ooh, okay. You guys good? I'm good.
Then it's a 5-minute program, which no one has any excuse not to listen to.
Yeah.
And there you go. Maybe
good
it's a
starter
good thing that we
program.
all look at 3 empty blank screen other than the computer and the TV
I was
screen.
just trying to get some Big Brother.
You can stare at that
stimulation.
screen. There's just nothing going on.
No, there's a reflection of us. Actually, you can barely see us in that black screen.
Hey, you know what to say? A reflection in a mirror or a pool means it leads into a parallel world universe where your spirit helper comes in and says, "Hey, Gene, what the hell are you doing? Stop using that tablet. Start talking on
Really?
the
That's what it
podcast."
says?
Okay.
There you go. Thank you.
Well, you got my attention now.
I'm dropping my phone. I'm dropping my microphone like Eminem on the floor.
Don't do that.
I thought you said you were going to drop your phone.
I think all you have to do
Oh,
to
I'm gonna
make
drop
it
the
sound like you dropped it is
microphone.
shake it once.
You know, the only difference between now and 30 years ago is we have the phone.
No, it's not.
We have the phone now. Everything else is exactly the same.
No, how can it be the same when my halfway through the show is looking at a tablet?
Tablet, phone, internet. It's all the same thing.
Exactly. I'm
You
not
know
doing
what I'm
it.
talking about. They promised us the Blade Runner technology of payphones that have Skype built in, and I just haven't seen that yet.
Tablet phone is all the same thing.
Nor have I seen a payphone that you can text message with. You would
Dude, when was
think
the last time you saw a
that would
payphone?
exist.
There's one. There's a few at 7-Elevens and Quick Marts.
Ma, remember Ron Dan used to have 24 payphones? Remember that?
I went by this going down 6th Avenue towards Campbell, and there used to be right there by the. There used to be a payphone right there. I remember that because the one time I was walking to the God of Submission or Happiness is Submission to God building to see the Zero Tolerance Task Force play, and I couldn't find it, and I used that payphone to. I don't know who I called. I guess somebody must have had a cell phone back then. How long ago was that? Anyway, that phone's not there, but the sign that says phone is still there above it, where the phone line used to be.
We're going to have to
Or
go
is.
videotape that shit. We're going crazy. Dude, Ron Dan used to have a kiosk, 2 kiosks with 12 payphones.
They did. Now everybody has a phone in their
They
pocket.
still have payphones at the Louse Center.
That's a Lyle Center. If you want to be out there in no man's land.
I don't know whether there's something about the weather, but there's just certain nights when like everybody's all the weird shit's happening on the same night. You know what I mean? Because I'm downtown a lot at night. Like,
You
I'm
guys
taking
don't
the
want to
last
even
bus
know what
home.
happened this morning when I saw the Lyle Center.
Oh
So
yeah, we
there
could
you
use
go.
a good bus story.
Yeah, bus stories. It's about time for one, actually. It's about that time in the podcast where somebody tells a bus story.
Ray rode the bus 16 times today.
That's right.
Which shatters my record.
And it's not even
But
close to Ray's record
which-
from what we heard.
Which he says is 22. I couldn't even 22. Fuck that. I can't imagine that. I can't imagine how I would even plan that. You know what I mean? Where I'd have to make these connections and where I'd have to. I don't know if apparently there's enough time in the day to buy 22 buses. All right, I got a really good bus story. So I was on the bus the other day. All right, so I get on. This chick gets on there and she's like, "This guy's gonna stab me. Call the police. Call the police. He's gonna stab me." And then there's this other guy that's already gotten on the bus. And he's like fucking high on something. I don't know what he's whacked out on. But he's just like telling the bus driver, just let him on the bus. You don't know what's going on. Just let him on the bus. He didn't do anything. He didn't do anything. And then, so the bus driver calls the cops and the cops come. This is the last bus of the night. So the cops come. And then the guy's like fucking still yelling to the bus driver and shit. The guy had already gotten on, and the bus driver's like, "Get the fuck off my bus," right? And then the cops come, and the guy didn't get off the bus. Then a cop comes in, and he going down the aisle, where everybody's like facing each other. He's like pulls out his gun right there and points it at the guy, and he's like, there are these two women sitting on either side. And they're just scared shitless, right? Because they just a fucking gun. They just want to go home, Anyway, that's my bus story, and it took about an hour,
And
about an hour,
bad one.
about an hour for them to get everything done and the bus move along.
Exactly.
I totally like the new paying system myself.
You know what? We're gonna have to do a separate podcast of bus
Just
complaints.
bus stories.
Best of the bus stories compilation on vinyl.
So you'd be number one on Billboard for 100 weeks. Because everybody could relate.
And then the bus driver gets on there, and he's like, that guy's always getting on the bus. The other day, he grabbed the wheel when I was driving. And I'm just thinking, well, why hasn't this motherfucker been banned from the bus altogether, right? And then the next
You would
night,
think grabbing the steering wheel, that would be enough there. No more bus for you.
Or why would you pick him up, right?
Yeah, why you?
Not
The
no
bus
more
driver
bus
has
for you.
the
No more
option.
soup for you.
The bus driver has the option not to pick you up.
Yeah.
I mean,
You know what? I'm sorry,
then
guys.
then
I'm
the
not
bus
going to bring
driver-
up no more bus
and-
stories for podcast.
what?
That gets too depressing.
It's not
It's bad
depressing.
enough I have to write it tomorrow morning.
Well, let's see here. Aaron won
Oh,
head of
man.
household, and
Okay. I wish I'd seen that. And somehow Caitlin got voted out
Hey,
instead
did
of
Janelle
Aaron.
win?
yeah, 9-0.
That was crazy. I would have totally. As soon as that one girl voted for Caitlin, I knew the whole house was voting for
Well,
Caitlin.
you can't have the hinky vote.
No, but
Bye.
I would always do that myself. I would always be the weird vote and then say no, it wasn't me, just to stir up shit.
Yeah, but you know how that works.
Yeah, I do kind of know how it works, but obviously I would
works
never
out
be.
well.
Nothing really ever works out well.
Then there's Howard trying to turn on Helen once again.
How weird.
Oh yeah, Howard and Helen. They should have. They should have just backdoored Howard like
Until
Alyssa
next
wanted,
time, guys.
right?
My name is Ray Daniel.
That's what I think. And if you think that as well, send some shit in on Twitter. Let me know.
Send a self-addressed stamped envelope too.
That's right.
At GMR Podcast.
Oh, so what's up with America's Got Talent?
What
Howard
is up
Stern.
with America's Got Talent? I don't know. I haven't seen past that point. So.
Is that as far as you've gotten?
Yeah.
Special head
Special head was from Tucson. How weird is that?
doing magic like that on stage.
We probably saw him at the Louse Center one day. And with that,
GMR.
GMR.
All right, that was episode what? Now let's do another 3 more.
Ray.
All right, so
Acapulco Gold Filters take 312.
Hey man, this is.
Tales for the Gold
I don't
Monkey.
even remember that one. It was too.
Tales from the
too
Gold
long,
Monkey.
dude.
Okay, so listen to that episode the beginning of it, we talked about Tales from the Gold Monkey, and then it'll make sense, because see, we're ending this one talking about that, starring Stephen Collins from Seventh Heaven in the first Star Trek movie. And he was playing the Indiana Jones
Is that
type
what we were just
character.
fucking watching?
No, we were just watching Being from Another Planet with Ben Harper.
Was that the name of the movie?
Oh man, I can see.
Marty.
Yes, that was the name of the movie.
They
Oh,
renamed
great.
the movie for the twists? Because that's not like. Because it was like an M. Night Shyamalan.
No, M.
sort
Night
of twist.
Shyamalan did not make that
I'm
movie.
just saying it was a twist at the
He
end.
would have liked that ending, though.
You know what I mean?
There's a twist in that movie.
Yeah. It figured out it was a mummy.
You ever heard of that movie called Our Night Shaman?
I still haven't seen The End of the Mist.
Oh, I'm sorry, Our Day Shaman.
Well,
Not-
you're better off having not
Yeah,
seen
you're
the
not
end
watching
of the
M. Night
Mist.
Shyamalan. You're watching Our Day.
What
Shaman.
about
You're
what
watching
about
Daniel Day-Lewis.
What about
And my left foot.
what about Sharknado
Sharknado.
or Shark? Isn't that what
There
it was
will
called?
be my left foot.
That
blood.
that Sharknado, isn't that a real movie that
My
just
left
came out?
foot versus Sharknado.
No, it's a sci-fi movie. Are you nodding because you know it's true?
Oh, I
Marty?
know all about it.
Okay, it's supposed to be like
I know all about
I know
Potter.
all about it.
I know all about Potter.
Powder?
Potter.
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 Potter stole all the money
Powder?
from the town. That's why what's his name jumped off the bridge.
Who's on first?
What's on second?
Who's on first?
I don't know who's on third.
Who's on first, Gene?
Do you guys like Miracle on 34th Street? Like the original one.
GMR.
I think it's worth another view.
This is a
That's
good
what I'm
one, guys.
saying.
This is a good one.
Do you watch Christmas movies other times of the year?
You know, it makes you feel a little cooler.
It does.
You know?
Watching a winter movie in the heat of summer.
Why not? Why not? What is wrong with watching A Christmas Story in July?
Yeah.
Because
wrong
I've
with
seen
that?
it 3 billion times.
What is wrong with watching One Crazy Summer at Christmas Eve?
And I didn't say fudge.
One Crazy Summer, Demi Moore, John
One
Cusack?
Crazy Summer. You're still watching that?
Yes.
Wow.
Why not? Bobcat, John
hashtag-
Cusack.
It was.
Hashtag One Crazy Summer.
It was pretty
would
good.
Bobcat go wait at the Godzilla walk into the little mini town?
Hot to Trot.
Dude.
Where he's with the horse that could talk and tells him how to bet on the races.
And then how we cannot forget the
Burglar?
unforgettable classic Police Academy movies.
Oh, Burglar.
There you go.
That's a real movie, right?
Shakes the Clown.
Marty, how do you know this?
Because I'm looking at IMDb on my tablet.
That's why we got these
One
tablets,
Crazy
Ray.
Summer, he's priceless in that. He does that Godzilla stunt
One
across
crazy
that
tablet.
town. When I was a kid, I used to rewind out me and my brother.
You wore the
countless
tape
times.
out.
And then on top of that, I thought Demi Moore was kind of hot.
People rent the tape, and there's this big crease right there
Do you
because
think
you
Demi
rewind
Moore
it.
is
And
kinda
that's okay
hot.
because there was always a crease
You might
on the
want to
movie
check
before
out
I
Blame It
rented.
on Rio.
So, imagine that. We live in an age where people stream movies. Nobody gets in the car, drive to the store, get down.
Somebody does.
Who?
Well, let's go hang out in front of the Blockbuster and
Casa
interview these
Video.
people.
Let's go to
Who
Casa
does
Video.
that? Where?
Hipsters?
Well, there's a Blockbuster Video on Broadway.
Well, you know what?
There's
What
a
up, Grant?
Casa Video on
My buddy works
Speedway.
at the Craycroft and
Yeah, hipsters.
Craycroft and Broadway store.
Is that true? Was that?
And what up, Grant?
I
You
just-
do a great job,
I'm just
Hipsters.
buddy.
trying to be.
Hipsters rent VHS.
I am VHS.
You know what?
I don't need to rent it. I
VHS,
just gotta
dude.
close my eyes. I
'Cause
remember
my
grainy
VCR
black and white
bucks up.
tracking,
I could probably
non-tracking
figure out
video
how to
is.
fix it. Unless the tape physically gets broken, I could probably watch that tape in some form. It's gonna look crappy.
I can fix it.
My dad's a TV repairman. I can totally
Try
fix
fixing.
it.
Try fixing a DVD.
I can fix it.
You can't fix this shit for Spicoli? No.
A little hot water and dish soap,
No,
and you're
it's
good
not
to
a
go,
good
guys.
quote.
That's the ghetto way to clean a DVD, guys. You guys don't have to buy the DVD cleaner. Hot water, dish soap, rinse from the in to the out, and you're good to go. Ba-boom.
My DVD players always die.
And it's over.
What's the average life of those DVD players?
Average life, 8 to 7 years.
I've got a
Supposedly?
VCR that
And I'm not like...
I have to use 2 VCRs.
Supposedly.
You've got 2 VCRs.
One VCR I used to rewind or fast forward and use the timer on that. And the other one I used to play. Because one won't play and one won't show the time. And it won't rewind or fast forward without shutting off.
Things that
It'll
made
shut
you go...
off instantly if I try and rewind. Sometimes it'll glitch out. Sometimes it'll forget that it's broken, and it will rewind the tape automatically. Or if I accidentally hit the wrong button.
Oh, you ever buy those little red Corvettes that you can put the tape in and it can rewind? That's all it did.
Prince.
Print.
Yeah,
Print,
those were
file,
cool.
edit, paste.
Prince.
Prince.
Little red Corvette.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I was thinking Cherry Moon.
But yeah, I used to have one of those that would, after a while, you had to hold it down to keep the tape in it to rewind.
I'm dropping the microphone
Then
down
you
to
just
the ground.
then you just put like a rock on it or something.
No, I used
Like
to put
when
a
you used
telephone
to
book.
put quarters on the needle to make it stay on the record.
Oh, dude, my dad had the perfect system where he had the wood cover what was over the stereo,
What had happened was
and he had a nice little book. It was perfect every time. It would always play, but if that book was never there, it could be. And Johnny Cash never sounded the same ever again.
and we'll be back next week with the 30th podcast.
My name is Ray Daniel.
GMR.
Demo,